Good afternoon. It's Rob with our March update. Today, we're in one of the houses that we have listed. This is 139 West 131st Street. I thought I'd show this off. It's absolutely gorgeous. Access to the roof, nice cellar space, beautiful backyard, can easily be made into a two-family. And this one has a unique upstairs where you can add some value to the current layout. So check this on our website, 139 West 131st Street. It's in a landmark district. Okay, let's jump into the March report. Last time we did our report, we did it from one of our new listings over at 202 West 122nd Street, which was a two-family home, and we did it in the basement in a studio. So we're gonna start doing our reports from some of our listings since we have some really quality stuff out there. So right now, let's update you for March as it compares to February. So what's the pulse on the market? Right now, we have 70 properties on the market. Not as many as I predicted we would have, and there's reasons. Like we said last time, with the ducks swimming on the water, looks calm on top, a lot going on underneath. So with the 70 we have on the market now, that compares to 72 last month in March, and it compares to 71 in February. So what is happening? Not a lot? Yes, a lot's happening. So we have 11 new listings. 8 of those are actual new listings. 3 of those are relisted. And now we're just doing the last 30 days. This report sounds very similar to February's report, but it's totally different properties. So 8 new, 3 relisted. 13 of those properties left the market. How did they leave the market? 6 went into contract. This is in the last 30 days. 7 of those were taken off the market and delisted. And we have all the details on all of these. We'll share a little bit, but we'll try to keep this brief. So real quick, I'll touch on a few of the new listings. 16 West 120th, that's not ours. That is listed as a 3-family. You want to check the paperwork in the C of O on that one. 202 West 122nd is now listed. That's where we launched our video from, listed shortly thereafter. That is a 2-family on 122nd. Absolutely gorgeous facade. I think 4,600 square feet if you include the cellar. It's on our website. Another one that's of interest, I think you should look at 367 West 120th Street. That's a Compass listing. It needs a complete renovation, but I love the area. It's in the 300 block of 120th Street. Outside of that, there's another one that was listed on 158. We have put 2 in contract on 158, and a third is going into contract very soon in the final negotiations. And those are priced in the 2.5 range. And there's a new listing up there just a couple doors down that's not ours. We did 3 of them. Outside of that, you have a smaller property on Sylvan Terrace, which is a lot of people are looking for the properties priced, well under $3 million and under 2 in some cases. This one does look to be a 1-family according to the iCard. That one's not our listing, but that's your new stuff that hit the market. What we have had happen since February 3rd of our last report, we have 2 new listings, Harlem Lofts. One is 119th Street in the Mount Morris Park Landmark District. That one is set up as a 3-family, needs some additional paperwork to close out the old SRO. And then we have a new one being listed on 130th Street in the 130 to 132 new historic district. It's about 5 years old. And that one's in the 100 block between Lenox and Adam Clayton. And that's a legal 3-family. That one will hit the market hopefully in 2 weeks. So that's what we have. Now, what in general in Harlem, the relisted properties that we talked about, there is 210 West 122nd. That one's been listed with many brokers for a long time, many years. That one's back on the market. Another one that hit the market is priced well at 184 West 134th. That one you could look into. It's been on the market a couple of times, but that one is priced aggressively, it seems, for that block. Okay, so what's very interesting this month is 12 properties have sold and been recorded. There's a little gap between when they sell and when they're recorded, and every now and then one says that it's sold according to the broker and it doesn't get recorded. So we're going to start leaning towards recorded sales going forward for this year. So right now there were 12 recorded. All of them had discounts except one and we talked about it. That was up on Hamilton Terrace, but that was one that hit the market, went in contract the same day. So it didn't technically have a discount, but the other 11 did. And some of those discounts, if you remember, were in the $1 million range. And that has nothing to do with the market. That has to do with bad pricing. I don't know where some of these prices come from with some of the brokers. We'll talk about them in just a moment, but they don't make any sense. So that it wasn't the market, it was the pricing. Okay, so what sold in the last few years? As of today, in 2019, we had sold 25 properties. In 2020, as of April 5th, we sold 23 properties. This year, we've sold, not we, but everyone in Upper Manhattan, our friendly competitors as well. We sold 21. So we're back to a normal market, but there's something that you want to look at here as well. In 2019, specifically March, only 9 properties sold. In 2020, in March, only 6. Now remember, even though COVID hit late March or mid-March, those closings still happens. This year, 2021, 12 properties closed in March, which is higher than the last 3 years. Double from last year and up 3 from 2019. Okay, so overall, how are these properties getting into contract, the ones that are selling? We have 70 properties. 54% of those properties are showing discounts. The ones that are listed now that are still on the market, 54 of them are showing discounts with an average of 12%. For those of you who want the breakdown, stay here, otherwise fast forward. Okay, we have 4 categories. We have $4 million and over. There are only 3 properties, 67%, so 2 of them, are showing discounts of 21% now. They've been on the market for average of 449 days. So the high-end properties are showing the most problematic right now. 3 to 4 million, 16 properties on the market. 38% of those are showing discounts, about 12%. This is not a big change from last month. The other 2 categories, you have the 2 to 3 million. We have 27 properties in that range. That's your biggest category. And 67% of those sellers are discounting their properties, an average of 9%. And they've been on the market 175 days. The last category is under 2 million. We have 24 of those. Half of those, 50% exactly, are showing discounts of 15%, and they've been on the market 167. So out of the 70 properties, 54% are showing discounts, averaging 12%. That's your fine breakdown. You want to know what's left? Well, 18 properties are in contract right now. So out of those 18, there are 7 new properties in contract this month. 1 not worth talking about. There's 6 worth talking about. According to the broker's reports, 102 West 123rd is now in contract. That is an SRO with a pending certificate of non-harassment. 108 West 118th Street is in contract. That one was an SRO with an expired certificate. These are relevant because a lot of the listings out there now, even 1 or 2 that we have some of these paperwork details that you need to pay attention to. So finding out where these others close at when they actually do close compared to the contract price, you'll know that in the beginning of May when we have our next report. But pay attention to those and we'll report back when they actually close. 317 West 112th Street is a 3-family gut renovated property. That one closed. 509 West 149th, that was Compass. It was on the market for, I'm thinking 2 years. I don't have it in front of me, but at least 1.5 years. That one is now in contract. We'll see what that one closed at compared to the price that it was listed. And then 302 West 127th is in contract. That's a 9-family in decent shape. And 544 West 165th, occupied SRO. So that one is a little more complex. So stay tuned next month in May, and we'll let you know where these properties fell as far as their listing price, original listing price, and what they actually closed at, because those paperwork details are very important to the listings that you're looking at now if you're a buyer. Okay, thank you for watching. We are here again at 139 West 131st Street, a beautiful single-family home that can be a 2-family if you want it. I'm not sure whether to sit by the fire after this video or go to the backyard or up on the roof and watch the sunset. I'll figure that out later. But right now, just remember, if you want to stay in touch with us, the best thing you can do is subscribe to the YouTube and click notifications because you'll get these reports as they come out. We do have coming, if you're looking to buy a property, we have the coming soon Facebook, Harlem Lofts coming soon. You'll get the new listings that we literally are putting out this week, 2 new, both in the historic district. You'll see those first. Other than that, look at the links below, follow us on social media, and thank you for joining us today. Go to our website, go to the book for the webinar. The first quarter webinar will be next week, I believe Thursday, but if you sign up online, you'll see that detail. It should be posted as early as 2 days from now. Thanks again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and get the notifications, and we'll be back in touch with you for our webinar next week. And then the May report, we'll talk about all these things that we just talked about and where they are in May. Thanks. Bye-bye.